What up? What up, Mr. God Free? How we doing today, my man?
Can't complain, fresh into this new week,
Okay.
Tuesday. So, the weekend was good. I can't,
How was your past day so far?
the day, it's been
Yesterday
hectic.
today.
It's been hectic. The day job has been, testing my patience, you know.
Okay. Glad it's not
So
me. Glad it's not me.
nope. They take turns. It goes bio bombs, day job, bio bombs,
Okay.
day job. You know what I
That's
mean?
cool. I'll take the
I just want
rotation.
to get it to the point where like they're both in symmetry and it's like humming, you know.
Sure.
Maybe one day that will happen, but you know how that is too. You deal with that as well.
Bro,
So
we are in the thick of it right now. I mean, it is
yeah,
pretty much like the spring kickoff. Everybody's kind of ramping up. Odors are coming out of hibernation. People are reaching out to us with all types of wild experiences. I had a poor lady I was dealing with today who had an odor issue that wound up again running an ozone machine too long. Purchased
Mm.
one, ran it for 24 hours, and now she got a stinky double problem inside of her car. So, you know, it's it's that time of year, man.
we're gonna start a friends don't let friends use ozone campaign, and we're gonna like maybe we'll use that Michael Jordan meme where we're just like
Yeah.
stop it, just stop
I
it.
definitely want to beat one up with a baseball bat, like Office
Yeah,
Space style with you, like
for sure.
slow motion. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just like friends don't let friends do that. Come on, yo. And the thing about the ozone machine that I've learned is like, man, if you do it badly enough, your car is almost it's just like cooked. Like you're almost
You have
there's
to put
almost
it,
nothing to
yeah,
do.
you got to do a lot of remediation after something like that. The biggest
It's
thing you can do is keep the windows down, man. Just let that thing keep airing out, especially as the weather gets warm.
the best way I could say is there's a battle and then there's the war. If you use the ozone machine too much, you just start a odor war, and it's gonna be a long
Right,
process.
right, 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 right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I just it
Shout out to
just
everybody in the chat stopping by to hang out with us again this week.
heck
You could be
yeah.
anywhere on a Tuesday night. You choose to hang out with this homie and that homie. So we appreciate it. We appreciate it. If you guys notice, I'm rocking that RIP to Blue 40. I'm hoping that's the next one that gets out of here.
Nice. Blue 40. You want blue 40 going too?
I want them all doing,
We
dude.
can't we can't have no flavor or
Any artificial color needs to get out of here, bro.
so is everything just gonna be like clear and translucent?
I mean, no, I just think that there's not you can use man, there's a whole bunch of different stuff you can use for color. I'm drawing a complete blank on the three that I was going to call right off the top of my head now, but you can use natural, like beet powder is one thing you can use for red. You can use
Okay.
sarsaparilla or something like that or whatever.
Sarsaparilla, yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
sarsaparilla, spirilla seeds or something like that for the blue or the purples. There's a bunch of different natural stuff you can use. Problem is, companies don't do it because it's more expensive to do that. But
Yeah.
I don't want to get on one of my health kicks, man. I'm starting to do that shit every single week with you guys. So I apologize. I hope you're not tired of hearing it because I'm certainly not stopping anytime soon.
Christian hates bread. No, I'm just
Yo, I do. I swear I don't eat that stuff no more, man.
well,
I did have some this weekend though. I went out with our shipping mule over at the warehouse. Him and his wife went out with the kids, went out, grabbed a bite to eat. So I did actually slip. I was eating a bunch of sloppy stuff this weekend. I had some nachos with some, greasy ass restaurant cheese on it. And had a what did I have? I think I had, dude, on Saturday, to be honest with you, I had 6 burger patties in 24-hour period, I think it was. Because I had like a burger salad on Friday night, and I went out Saturday night, I got burgers again. And I had burgers again, I think, to break my fast on Saturday. So I was a beef junkie this weekend.
really.
Yeah, man. I just had a steak yesterday
Now,
for dinner, had
from
beef
what I've
tonight.
heard, I'm not a fasting expert. I heard breaking with a fatty substance is not the ideal way to break the fast.
Godfrey, that is a very correct assumption right there, man. You're not supposed to actually break your fast with anything like that. Technically,
Yep.
you should do something easy. I mean, I'm trying to get into the habit of doing like an avocado. Break fast with avocado, boom, half hour later, then start eating some foods.
Yeah,
There's some
right.
studies too now that say you're really supposed to be doing like what Italians and Europeans have been doing for a while, which is like kind of breaking when you're going to have dinner, whether it be, a salad with balsamic or something on it, or like a fresh plate of fresh vegetables. I forget what the
Mm.
French call it, but then the Italians have the antipasto, stuff like that. I mean, the grilled
I feel
vegetables.
like if you want to get a really good salad and people come in there like, would you like balsamic? I feel like they're like, yay. Not really. Oh,
What?
yay.
You don't like balsamic, bro?
No, it's good. I just feel like
You
there's
don't
better
like
salad dressing.
balsamic. I mean, What
I have it.
We're
I
not
have
doing
it.
this today. And why
I
do you have
have
me
it.
on the big screen right now? Like, can you not share some of the spotlight with me?
I have it
Better.
in my fridge. I have balsamic. I bought some. It has its place. It has its place.
Your head is really big on the camera. I'm going to say it again this week.
It's because my camera's closer than yours.
We're going to start a campaign that we're going to send Godfrey a boom so that he can set his camera a little bit further back.
Well, I would have to take it out of my computer and like carve it out because it's physically built in. So
Gotcha.
But the good news is I have a camera on the way, so that I can put up there, so I can have different angles and stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah, there's some new features that got dropped for StreamYard. They can do scenes and things like that now or whatever. So I want to put some time into that. Yeah, John Weber got me, dude. Look, boom, always there, right there. Boom, natural dyes: turmeric, annatto, haddo, pomegranate, safflower. Boom. That's my guy, man. John's been on the same page with me for a couple weeks now. I support and appreciate that, John. Thank you, man.
Well, listen, speaking of support and appreciation, we're going to get a guest in here that we at BioBombs have a special support, appreciation, and bomb with, and we're going to bring in Jamie the cleaner. If you guys I'll bring. You want me to open the door? Or you want to open the door?
I'm listening. I'm sure you want to play a sound bite.
Open the door for me.
What you got to do. So do your thing.
Okay, hold on.
Drum roll.
There he is.
Woo. Please. I hate this screen. Look, Godfrey, I put it on the right. There we go. I fixed it. All right, I fixed it for Godfrey.
Whoa. Time out. Hold on. I've been on your pod plenty of times. You're on our pod right now. You can't be controlling the camera angle.
Pop a top again. Look, when James Payne shows up, it's all rules out the door. Look here. There's for Godfrey.
What is that? What is that?
What is he drinking right now?
Vienna sausage
juice.
Wow, we're just coming with the fire right away.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't
even know what to say right now.
My question is are those sausages in there vein up or vein down? Is what I want to know.
You tell me, Godfrey, what you think? What you think's going on in that can?
Looks like vein up. Oh my God!
I can't believe Jamie came out just drinking the juice. He cracked that can.
Yeah, my question. You know what, Jamie?
Juice.
I know Jamie has a bomb shelter, and he was cleaning out the food today, and that's where he got that Vienna sausage from. That was down there for the rations, in case nuclear fallout.
Yeah, you never know when it goes bad, but sometimes you got to sneak down there. You got to get you one, all right? You got to reach in there and pull that thing out.
He's like, in case there's a disaster, what should I have? Vienna sausages.
Vienna water.
Do you eat them straight, or do you put ketchup or mustard or anything else on them?
What's it look like, Godfrey? Do you think you need
straight?
Do you need there's no sauce that's going to make these better. All right.
I mean, I would argue hot sauce might add something to it.
It's just wild to me. You crack
hot
it up.
Sauce does add a little good kick to it.
Do you prefer the Vienna water to be cold or room temperature?
No, room temp Vienna water is just the chef's kiss. Definitely.
It's probably got a decent amount of sodium for a hot day or whatever. It gives you a nice little sodium kick.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great way to end the day. You get 630 milligrams of sodium there per 4 sausages. Not even the whole can, just 4 sausages.
Okay. Never do that again. I'm boycotting detail code.
Gives you that 630 milligrams. So the whole can got to be around 1,000. And it gets you hydrated.
Wow. Now, do you usually eat the whole can?
Of course. What you gotta do? Put these bad boys in the mini fridge or something?
I didn't know if you passed one off to the kids, if the wife and you shared the can.
They definitely, couple go missing if you crack the can open, midday and the kids are around.
Sure.
Yeah, they got to get it.
I feel like Vienna sausages should come with a small Listerine strip at the end because your breath is definitely stinking after you know.
Shot. It's close to sardines. Yeah.
Are you a pickle juice guy? Like, are you the dude that could go in the fridge in the middle of the night and just sip out the pickle jar?
Right here, hands down. That's
you.
It's all right.
100%, dude.
It's not 100%. Not as good as Vienna juice.
So you're okay. You're not a pickle juice guy. Okay.
I like a good pickle though.
Yeah.
Right, how about?
Got me going.
Here he goes.
I'm speechless right now.
I mean, I'm just glad it wasn't sardines or something like that or anchovies because that would have been rough. Yeah.
And
have you ever seen
how good it is for you?
Have you ever seen that fish? I believe it's
no
Swedish.
Blue dye in here. I hate Swedish fish.
No, it's not Swedish fish candy. It's like a fermented fish that
the ones that they're opening up on Instagram and people are like as soon as they open it.
Yep. I ain't never heard of them.
Oh, dude,
if
it's
you
from
can
like
eat that,
Sweden or
if
something
you can,
like that.
if you can eat
Next
that,
SEMA, me and Godfrey crack a can of whatever fish she's talking
no,
about.
I surrender already. I surrender. You're the world champ. There's no,
I'm down for a challenge. I don't care.
And
I'll
then we
do
have
it.
to bow bombs the whole
That's
booth.
what I mean. Open it up, pour the juice inside the car or whatever.
Listen,
It's just steam.
I don't think you guys realize. Listen, that have you seen the tin fish guy on TikTok?
Mm-mm.
No one's seen that dude blows. All he does is review tin fish from around the world, and he'll eat like nice and good ones. But that fish, he tried multiple times. He could not handle that fish.
Opening the can alone,
like
gets him to almost. Well, I think he throws up the one time when he opens the can. Oh, dude, it's raw. It's supposed to be the cream of the crop when it comes to fermented fish.
Do you have BioBomb's breath mints for Jimmy? Yeah, pop and cherry. Take a bite of that bar.
I've done that so many times.
Look, I think we need a Vienna scent.
A Vienna scent. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What would we sell it to? Nursing homes?
I think Saddle Cheeks was pretty close. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's pretty.
It might have been.
Saddle Cheeks. Oh yeah, here it is, right here. This is what it's called, right here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what it's called.
Surstromian.
Yeah. It puts fear in the strongest of men's hearts across the world that know about that. That's all I know.
BioBomb's breath mints though. Pretty legit.
It's not a bad play.
Not a bad play.
We could get breath mints.
Put a little breath. I'm taking note of that right now. So I don't
take a note. We're talking about marketing here tonight. So it's small business week at the House of Rags.
Great segue.
And BioBomb's breath mint. Write it down. Write it down is all I'm gonna say. That's a good one.
So we'll get into that small business talk. We got that on the line, but we got a few. Everybody knows who Jamie the Cleaner is. I think we made a proper introduction from Thor. I was going to go on introduction until he cracked open that Vienna sausage. It completely derailed the beginning of the show. So
I knew I had to come in.
I will not be blamed for this one, but your name, right? Have you ever been asked like what inspired that name? Did it take a long time to come up with that? Was it a deep thought, or was it just like I'm keeping it simple?
So that's a good question, God. I'm impressed at the journalistic fortitude of Godfrey's first question. He's a real podcaster, Christian. I can't. Wow. Okay, so that's a question not too many people ask. It goes back to what am I going to name my YouTube channel? And it's either Jamie's Garage, or I come up with a cooler name like Jamie the Cleaner. And I just text my buddy. I'm like, Jamie's Garage or Jamie the Cleaner? And he's like, go with Jamie the Cleaner. Sounds like a hitman. And I'm like, you right on the money.
Yeah, and
sounds like a hitman, huh?
But that's kind of where the hitman logo came from, right?
Yes,
like with the pink and the glasses or whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
So the logo was inspired by Macho Man Randy Savage shirt where he had the glasses.
Yep.
And I just stole it.
You can't yell. Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah. Where's the
snap to the Slim Jim? Yep.
Yes,
dude. Yeah.
If you ever want to laugh, even if you're not a wrestling fan, and you go back and Google Ultimate Warrior talking to Macho Man Randy Savage in character, you will be like, what are they saying right now? I don't even know if it's the English language, the stuff they talk about. If you had a drink or whatever you get, you relax and you watch it, you might start laughing because it's like, it is the most entertaining verbal diarrhea you'll ever see in your life. It's the best way I could describe it. You know what I'm saying, Jamie? You've seen it before. You're like, are they even?
Oh, that's what the 80s was all about. I mean, they were
the best. They were the top two
and stuff. I mean, they were just yelling.
I mean, completely deck it out. They were just roided up. Them guys.
What a time.
Ultimate Warrior was so freaking big. It was unreal. And with the strings tied around his biceps and stuff, dude, they just were swollen and even more.
You ever guys see him run down to the ring?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting
That's what it's
right
like
now.
Sharing a hotel room with Christian. When he gets in the morning, he's like, it's like the Ultimate Warrior. I'm like, yo, chill out. He's shaking the curtains.
Why are you shaking the curtains?
It's the one thing I look forward to when I travel with Godfrey, right? Is that I know I can wake up at the ass crack of dawn because I can't ever get to him that early. I can call him in the morning. He won't get to me till like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Like, hey, what's going on, bro? I'm like, I don't know. I called you 3 hours ago. You just getting up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with Godfrey, it's always like, oh, I was hanging out with some girl last night or whatever. And I'm like, shut up, stop lying, and whatever. But when we travel together, I 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning, like, Godfrey, time to get up. And he's just like, ugh. It's like my favorite moment of the day is disturbing Godfrey's peace.
Am I annoying you? I'm like, oh no, it's great.
Get to it, Godfrey.
Yeah, I'm like,
Time
yeah.
out, Godfrey. I want to give you some credit. You caught yourself and edited yourself from dropping the F-bomb within the first 15 minutes of the pod.
I
The
did.
man,
Congratulations. We can
That
put
must
a
have been an
clap
accident.
out there for that one.
That must have been by accident, but I'll take it.
Mhm.
So,
I like.
I mean,
I think you make
listen.
it 10 minutes and you don't get demonetized. So we're past
Yeah.
10 minutes, Godfrey. You did it.
Nice.
Congratulations, buddy. That's our new goal
Awesome.
for Godfrey every week,
I
guys.
love it.
I want you to help us keep Godfrey in line for the first 10 minutes.
It's because I derailed him. You know,
So,
I distracted
you
him.
did.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to
You
do.
gotta come in,
I
crack
got to
one
talk to
open.
I got to talk to all the guests prior. Like, listen, just do
Yeah.
You gotta
something
come in
crazy.
hot.
Yeah, come in hot, do something crazy, so Godfrey doesn't curse for the first 10 minutes.
So what did Jamie the Cleaner do? We're talking like you're a wrestler in the third person here. What did Jamie the Cleaner do before he became a detailer?
Well, brother, Jamie the Clean. No, I was a welder.
If you told me you were a
Still
wrestler, I
tractor
was going to
shop.
lie. I was going to die.
Well, I was. I tried for a year to be a real professional wrestler.
No, you
Godfrey,
didn't.
do you not know the story here? Do you not know the story?
Wait, is that for real? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was a welder at a little tractor shop for quite a while. Got out of high school. I knew how to weld from high school. I welded in high school.
Are you a decent welder?
Did like shutdowns. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you still mess around or no?
Yeah, I could pop I do pop a stick. I can do a MIG weld. I can't do a TIG weld. I never tried that.
I smell a Thor van build out coming down the line.
Thor. Look, if I'd been TIG welding, I wouldn't have to sell soap, all right, on the internet. TIG welding's where the money's at. If you're gonna weld, go ahead and get the TIG welding certificate, and you're good to go.
I heard the underwater welding is crazy money.
Yes, it's crazy dangerous.
I watched it. I watched
crazy. Do that.
Yeah,
stuff.
you gotta be crazy to do that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, money's there though. But worked shut down for like a year. Came back, went back to school, technical college. Hated it. Didn't finish it. Started welding at this little tractor shop right up the road from here in Cashata, Louisiana, and I worked there for like a decade. But on my weekends, I was still looking for like a hobby. So I'm like 20 through 22 or so, 24, doing like kickboxing and just doing athletic stuff, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
I'm trying to picture you kickboxing, man, and it's just
smashed. I was getting beat up, Godfrey. I got lit up.
But I tried, damn it.
I tried, son. I tried. Got smashed, but did that for a while. Then about 25 or 26, around there. JB weld is my specialty. That's hilarious, Christine. That's a good way to.
JB weld's a hell of a weld. I've used it plenty of times.
I went to a wrestling show in Shreveport, and outside the wrestling show was this former. He was almost in WWE. He was in like their developmental camp. His name was Big Daddy Yum Yum, and he had a little flyer, and it said, "Do you want to wrestle? Do you want to wrestle, Godfrey?"
Big Daddy Yum Yum?
Big Daddy Yum Yum was standing outside the Shreveport auditorium, or wherever you want to call it, holding his little flag. He was starting up a wrestling school. Do you want to be a wrestler?
Finished him off with a body slam.
He's handing them out. He's handing out to everybody that walks out the door. So I take that and I look at it. And I look at my wife and I'm like, why not? So I sign up for Big Daddy Yum Yum's class.
I gotta meet this woman. She sounds special because that moment happened and she was like, you know what? I'm with you. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
I mean,
that's
let's
what you
ride.
need.
Yeah. No, I'm just. She's got to be a special woman. That's all I got to say.
I'm saying, obviously, he had a sparkle in his eye. He was motivated.
Right.
Did you get any resistance? Did she blink? Was she like, I don't know, honey, that's not a great idea. Maybe
no,
let's
she was
think about.
In. She was like, go for it.
Okay. Wow. All right. All right. Hell yeah.
She was in. So we sign up for Big Daddy Yum Yum. Out of all the people, I'm the only one who pretty much shows up on opening day. And then so I start training with Big Daddy Yum Yum. We're doing great. I went to it's like 6 months just trying to get as big as possible. I went from 165 to 172. I was jacked. Without DECA, it's real hard, Christian.
I know.
To get to that Ultimate
impossible.
Warrior. Yeah, it's impossible.
I've been working out for so many.
Yeah,
it's the same build, dude.
Yep. You're a foot taller than me, so you're even more stretched out. But it's tough to put on the pounds like that. But I did get over 170. I was real proud of it.
Okay.
But start training. It's going actually pretty well. I'm pretty excited about this deal. But then a couple months go by, so he's trying to get in like anybody. So he kind of takes in a couple, just bums who aren't the most unathletic people like ever. and it really slows the process down. So, like, I'm basically training these guys, and he's like, on the phone, talking to whoever. He's having drama. He's setting up his next wrestling shows, and I'm basically training these guys how it kind of works out. But then we're practicing the old figure 4 leg lock, old Ric Flair's move, which is the most basic move that you like. I'm sure Christian has put someone in the figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, figure 4? Yeah, my siblings all day.
Without killing them.
My little siblings.
You know what
all
I
the
mean?
time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty simple to figure out. And this dude like hurts my knee. My kneecap shifts, so it goes from the middle of the kneecap to over here. He like really locks it in on me, and like a big dummy. So that kind of I'm down for about a month and a half, 2 months or so. Do the physical therapy. In that time,
what did your wife say at that point? Still supportive?
I don't really remember. Probably not. No, she was done with it. No, she was done. She was like, no, this dude just taking people's money. Yeah. So at that point, we're out at that point. But at that point, he started running his shows, and I worked a couple shows, security guard, that kind of deal. And I was done. That was it. I was like, all right, guess we're done with this. So I needed something else to do on the weekends. Now that my kneecap is completely shifted off my knee, it's probably not a good idea to keep going athletic side and winding up just injured again, especially after, being lit up through, you got smashed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, got lit up in kickboxing, got broke knee in wrestling. So I guess it's not my calling card to keep following down this path. So
contact
that's
stuff.
right. So I start kind of thinking, well, maybe I should just start like a YouTube channel or something and do something on the weekend. So at one point I really liked like all the grass cutting videos. And I was like, what if I just take real good care of my yard and start one of them grass cutting channels? What's the Snickers for, Godfrey? You don't like grass?
Well, I have a question later, but I feel like it's so pertinent to what you said. Have you ever driven a riding lawnmower to a destination on the street?
Oh, for sure. That's how you get around from like a time period in Louisiana. Everybody riding around the road and riding lawnmower.
Have you ever been pulled over by a cop while driving a riding lawnmower?
No, I don't drink, so I don't have a problem.
Okay. Okay. Like I've seen those videos where dudes are pulling people over on a riding lawnmower. I'm
that's Godfrey. That's Florida stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
That's not Louisiana.
My apologies.
That's offensive. That's offensive.
That's offensive. All right, hold on now. Lord, you think I'm Florida man out here?
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, I figured out detailing was my calling. I was already, kept all my vehicles real clean. I already knew the pretty much the basics stuff. Watching YouTube, that kind of deal. Learned all the way to do it properly, not destroy your vehicle, destroy other people's vehicles. And I was starting to take people's vehicles in and do it on the weekend. So I just started pretty much a basic YouTube channel. And you can literally go on my YouTube channel, scroll all the way down and watch my whole journey into detailing. It's documented pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Right.
So then in 2020, that was, when was that? 26, had to be around 2017 or so. 2016, 2017, then I was wrestling. So I started the YouTube channel like 2020. So there was a couple years there that just kind of went by. And then 2020, I started the YouTube channel. No, 2020, I started my business. YouTube channel was 2018. Okay, so 2020, I started Jamie the Cleaner LLC, and then been professionally detailing was 5 years now. And then took a break to start Thor, and now we're here.
Now you have your daily.
Speaking of Thor, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Put the congratulations and the claps up, because I think my guys just hit 6 months.
It's big 6 months anniversary. Yeah,
right.
We're rolling.
Listen,
no claps or nothing. Godfrey, where
there it is.
No, that was the wrong one. I'm just kidding.
Hold on. Congratulatory. Let's Papa
Vienna.
Papa Vienna.
I mean, what do you have, like an unlimited bag down there under the table? Like I thought.
Yeah,
6 months is a big. 6 months is a big deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, it really is.
It
especially
really,
that first year in business or whatever. I mean, we just had Minor on a couple episodes back or whatever. He was celebrating 1 year and being in business, and I just think it's like, for you guys to be 6 months out the gate doing everything that you're doing, making all the moves.
It feels like it's been
making.
longer than 6 months. I guess it has.
Oh, it feels like a decade, Godfrey.
That's what happens when you're in the trenches, man.
Once you get in the trenches, it's off to war. So pick up Rick Smith there. Yeah, he watched a 5-year-old JTC video changing the grease and the Harbor Freight polisher. I went to war with this Harbor Freight polisher one time, so that's a good video. Go back and watch it. It's funny.
I'll go back and check that one for sure.
I melted like their screws are so bad. I just, I melted. You melt the screw real quick, so I had to get the hacksaw out.
I got a Harbor Freight hookup, man. There's a girl that works at my Harbor Freight. She always like I get a new generator for our vans every 2 years before the warranty's up, like religiously. And I've been doing it for years. And
Yeah.
she's just like, "Yep, bring it in, Chris, no problem." Lug it in, drain all the gas out. She gives me a brand new one, throw it in the back of the van, and we're good to go. So I got shout out to Harbor Freight.
Having a Harbor Freight hookup is pretty tremendous.
It's huge, dude.
That's some top-notch stuff right there.
Absolutely.
One of them.
No, my local Harbor Freight's the best, man. Because I don't think they really care. They do so much volume or whatever. I just think they take the machine back or whatever. They send it back to China or whatnot.
Yep. That's the game Harbor Freight plays is just volume.
I still think I think they've been getting sued for I think it was like 5 years in a row now. Straight from Honda because they keep ripping every single one of Honda's top of the line generators, the Quiet Series and all that.
Yeah,
and they keep putting out the Predators, like the 3000. They just put like 7,000 or 8,000 Quiet one out or whatever. I'm like, dude, how do you guys keep getting away with this shit? Like you have like 3 pending lawsuits against you for patent violations.
That's awesome.
Better get it before it gets pulled off the shelves.
I'll tell you what though, they got Harbor Freight 5 years ago is not the same Harbor Freight now. They stepped up their prices. Like, I mean, they're a solid 30% higher than what they used to be. You used to be able to go in there with $100 and you leave with a lot of stuff, dude. And you still can get a decent amount of shit for $100, but their tools and everything are a little bit more pricier than they used to be.
Yeah, but the quality went up too. So like they started playing the long-term game. Like even that polisher, the polisher he's talking about 5 years ago was it was terrible.
Yeah,
you had to change the grease immediately.
That's the one with the yellow button.
The red one. Yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
Worse, bro.
You could make it work, but you had to change the grease and pack it with red grease and tighten it all back up. And you could make it work, but definitely they sucked. Now they got a pretty good polisher.
Yeah. Well, they got a couple different lines now that they do.
They had the McGuire's guy joined them for a few years there, so he tightened up the detail section with towels and
gold class and all.
The gold class. Yeah, that's why all the McGuire's popped up.
Yep.
In the Harbor Freight section.
That makes sense. I was wondering how they got in there. I'm like, how is this like the only American company that's in there right now or whatever,
Yeah.
So now that you have Thor and all that, and you have added responsibilities, are you still taking on clients? Do you still have these old school clients that you keep that are just like value clients?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my maintenance clients going for sure. You don't want to lose, your whole list of maintenance clients. So, but just getting them in is definitely been is more sparingly for sure. But
gotcha.
We'll tighten back up, I'm sure.
So I mean, getting into the whole.
So you're still active in the game.
Yeah,
he is. Right,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, what do you like? Do you find yourself with Thor being the main thing that you're doing now? Do you find yourself torn between? I mean, you're not really probably doing as much marketing for the Jamie the Cleaner aspect anymore at all, right? I mean, it's all just Thor.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to find new clients for the detail. No, I'm just keeping my maintenance clients, kind of keep them coming back.
Yeah, when you jumped from being, because correct me if I'm wrong here in the timeline, it sounded like you were doing a YouTube channel first, and you got into more detailing of the cars after that. What was going through your head? How am I going to get customers? It's kind of pertinent to what we're going to talk about now. How am I going to, get people to buy my service? Were you nervous about that? Like, or did you just go blind and you were like, I'm doing this? Was there trepidation from you, your wife?
Yeah. So the full story with the tractor company is I started making videos for them, and they were like real bad off. Like it was not looking good for the tractor company. And then I was like, well, we can make some YouTube videos, and I'm sure we can turn this around. And they had saw that I had started a channel too, so they approached me on that, and we're like, yeah, this should be pretty easy. And we made a couple videos, we literally did a potato garden and farmed it and showed the harvest, and business took off through the roof. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, so I had a proven track record at that point. Like I could do this for myself now. Like,
right?
Yeah,
sure.
It's pretty straightforward. It's a different lane, and I'm in a small town. It's about 1,600 folks, but I have 2 bigger towns, north and south of me. So if I can pull a couple, and I'm aiming for the more high end crowd. So if I can pull in at least 1 coating job a week, get a maintenance list going on, and we got something rolling. So that was the goal. So when I started my LLC dropped like a commercial immediately. It was like clean coat, stay clean, something like that. But it actually did really well. So got me my first ceramic coating clients lined up, and then that's the only ad I ever ran, and off to the races. I was off the race after that. I pretty much kept that pace for 2 years there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, now you talked about not being in front of the camera at first. When you were making those tractor videos, were you behind the camera, not in front of it? You were editing and filming and all that, but were you in front of the camera too, or behind it?
At first, I was in a couple of them up front, but I turned into the more cameraman. I wanted to make I was telling a story, so you want to tell the story of whose company it is more, who's doing the farming, that kind of deal. So I was in a couple of them though, but yeah, most of the time cameraman. I was cameraman and editor. Yeah.
Are those videos still on YouTube?
Oh yeah, we can pull them up here. Hold on, let me show you.
Look what you did, Christian. Look what you did.
Hold on, let me see if I can find them.
Cut your mic.
I pulled them up on a different show at one time, but so a couple people probably know us.
You better not have no AOL internet trying to stream no videos for us over there. I'm here.
Yeah, present, share screen.
As good as this guy does on YouTube and stuff like that, I hardly think he's got some.
So look, 5 years ago, quit in 2020.
Okay.
So this. Let me turn the volume down some, but had a little intro.
Almost sounds like Jamie the Cleaner inspired.
Yeah, I have a style.
Yeah,
for sure. Look at that. We're planting the potato. We're getting it all tilled up. Then you got to build your rows.
No, in Louisiana, do you have varmints and rodents that go after your crops the same way as we do out here, or
so
not?
people can see it. Oh yeah, for sure.
What type of animals go after crops out there?
Everything wants a good garden crop, but potatoes, nothing really attacks potatoes. Them come dig them up, but potatoes, people leave them alone. But it's the vine tomatoes and that kind of deal that animals really come in there and get after.
Now, are you a gardener yourself? Do you have your own garden?
No.
No, never got into it.
Heck no. Look, I ain't like Josh V. I can't just get a tractor and go to town.
I mean, I've been wanting to ask you, and I guess now that you're on our show or whatever, I guess we can. Like, what is it that you do outside of detailing that you would say you do as a hobby that say people wouldn't know about you as something you enjoy? Like, what is it that you do outside of the detail space? Thor, obviously, content, whatever. I'm sure it takes up a lot of time. You're a family man, but like, you like reading a good book. You play video games. Like, what do you do?
Once I had kids, and definitely now with Thor, it's like it's Thor or kids, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old now. Difference a couple days ago, 23rd, my oldest turned 5, and the 15th, youngest turned 3. So
okay,
we rolling.
All right. So you have no other hobbies outside of doing what you're doing right now. It's work or family. That's it.
Or detail a car.
My man's lying. Listen, I know.
Listen, I respect that, man.
I know that you will crack open a can of Vienna sausages, apparently, and be like, if WrestleMania is on, you might be watching it. You watch a little bit of wrestling. Do you watch a little bit of wrestling?
I try to keep up with it, but I just kind of see what the headlines are. I know The Rock's back. John Cena's bad guy.
About that. Yeah, I saw something about that too. It's
no,
just not the same, man.
No, I haven't sat down and watched it in quite a while.
It's CM Punk's back. I watched
CM Punk's back. I was a big CM Punk guy. 2010, 2011, 2012.
Sounds like right when I got out of the era. Like the last real great era of wrestling to me was like NWO, but like even before NWO, like I was like the Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Narcissist. Like that was my like golden era of wrestling.
Yeah. My era is 95 to, about 2002 is the big like Stone Cold, The Rock.
Yeah, the Attitude Era. That's me.
Attitude Era. Yeah. Definitely my big era is that for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't keep up with it. No, it's too hard. The shows are like 3 hours long. Like who's sitting down to watch all that? Yeah.
That's true.
But I like watching UFC fights. That's probably I'll try and catch a UFC fight in there, but it's not even the same like it was, 10 years ago or so.
You got to catch the right fight. You know what I mean? But
yeah, there's just I keep up with my guy Dustin Poirier. He's from Lafayette, Louisiana. I was hoping he would get the belt, but he's past his prime now, so it ain't looking good for Louisiana.
He got whipped.
Tough, man, once you get older.
They got
Yeah,
whooped.
it's tough after you're 32 or so. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
You only got so much age left. Age starts getting you eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So small marketing or small business marketing, sorry, rather, tips and things like that.
Yeah,
We were
back
talking
to-
about.
Oh yeah.
Talking
yeah.
about.
So I ran a little ad,
Mhm.
and so I ran a little ad, but the key feature was there's like you got to get into the details. Don't just make an ad and run it on Facebook because it's gonna send it everywhere. You know what I mean? If you just put the ad on there, run it, it's just gonna send it everywhere. You got to get into the settings. You gotta centralize exactly who you want it pushed out to. You know, make sure your tags are on there. Make sure it's looking for the right people. And that's also what led to having a bunch of success in the beginning. Was it went to straight to the people who were looking for what I had to offer early on. And
Right.
even 5 years ago, there wasn't too much detailing going on around here. Now there's definitely a bunch of more mobile guys and bigger shops up at the bigger town, Shreveport. So it was even competition was less back then. So when I cast that net, I got some good leads for sure.
The industry's
a lot.
absolutely blown up over the past 10 years, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
exciting. It's
It's
exciting
it,
times.
it really is. It really is. I mean, it's the general public is becoming more informed daily that there's a detailing space. I mean, we have people out here by us in Philly where it's like, dude, I didn't realize like people do mobile detailing. I'm like, yeah, that's a thing like everywhere else in the country. It exists around here as well. You just don't see it as much. But I
Mhm.
mean, like your southern states, your western states, like even the guys in like there's guys that just run vans every day and
Mhm.
kill it while you're at a desk job and not really too happy with what you're doing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's a
Yeah,
cool opportunity, man. I like to see the industry getting like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great, you can start it up. You can go to Harbor Freight, like we were talking about, get you a bucket, some
Yep.
gold class, and
Yep.
wash mitt, and you can go to town. You can go to work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to work. There's no excuse. You
Yeah,
can go
dude.
to work. Yep.
Yeah, it's like I think I told you guys about him when I first met him last year or whatever. The kid RJ, he was like 12 years old or whatever. You know what I mean? And when we were talking to him, like, I'm like,
RJ,
just giving free samples out or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
he's like, can I get a sample? And I'm like, dude, how old are you? He's like, I'm 12. I'm like, 12. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Your
I
parents know
met
you're calling me, you know?
Mhm.
But he's
I
like,
met
oh,
a-
I just wanted to start cleaning or whatever. I'm like, well, what got you into detail? And he's like, well, I like cars and I like to clean and I wanted a new computer and my parents wouldn't buy it for me. So I figured, let me clean cars. And I'm like, good for you, kid.
Mhm.
I met a guy that is a legally blind detailer. I'm not joking.
That's nuts.
He could see like close, and his mom will drop him off at jobs, but he's legally blind. And he's detailing cars.
Well, I think one of like Jason Kilmer, doesn't he have he doesn't see very well, I don't think. He's like one of the best in the industry, you know what I mean? Like he's one.
Yeah.
I guess you're like super meticulous at that point, you know?
maybe
Everything's like,
maybe something else
Yeah.
activates in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Daredevil. You know, you lose something else enhances.
I heard the new Daredevil is supposed to be pretty good. I haven't started
I
watching
never
it yet,
really
but-
liked Daredevil.
No. Did you
To be honest
see?
with you.
Did you watch the series though?
I tried. It's boring.
Yeah,
Really?
it lost me too.
Like, get to the point. Come on now. What's happening?
The Punisher was in that joint, man.
I didn't like any of the Netflix ones, to be honest with you. I didn't like any of the series.
I mean, I felt
The
like
Punisher was
Daredevil
the Punisher was
best
kind of
one.
good.
Punisher was
Yeah.
probably the more entertaining. I got a couple episodes into the Punisher, for sure.
I think he was a perfect casting.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just feel
casting.
like sometimes they're afraid to like venture into these offshoot characters, and I think that'd be more interesting because they just I just feel like a lot of storylines get recycled in the Marvel universe and
Yeah.
comic book world. You know, that's why it loses me. I'm like,
Oh, we're getting Godfrey all fired up now. Look back to
Yeah.
detail. Look, I am hearing more kids. You know, going back to RJ, like you hear about kids now, like wanting to get into it, that kind of deal. So
Detail Kid. I think Aaron's gonna have
Detail
Detail
Kid,
Kid
yeah,
on.
yeah.
I mean,
That's
he's a dope
cool.
kid. We met him in MTE. He was a super
Yep.
cool kid. You know, I feel like the biggest thing with these younger guys in the game,
It's the golden
especially
era.
if you have some type of like appeal to an audience and you're getting some people to follow you and watch you, you got to really make moves as a kid, which I feel like is kind of crazy because you're only young for so long, right? So there is a definite opportunity there where people are drawn to the allure of you.
Yeah.
But once you turn 17, 18, you're just like the rest of these younger guys that are out there grinding. I mean,
You're
there's a dude named Alfredo.
You got bills to pay.
Yeah, dude, there's a kid I know, Alfredo, that we sell to or whatever. I mean, he literally got out of high school, went and bought himself a Benz Sprinter van or whatever, and jumped right from high school immediately right into it.
Straight to the grind
right now, dude.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be an option I would have been looking for right out of
man,
high school, for sure.
He's like top class as a young kid, and he's been killing it for a while.
I mean, for a long time.
Yeah, and he's
still young.
He's so young, so envious, man. So young.
I always forget, man.
His body doesn't hurt yet.
Yeah.
His back don't bother him when he wakes up in the morning. Like
we run games sometimes on Xbox.
I'm like waking up like.
I know.
Where's
it's
the
a 10-minute? It's a 10-minute warm up for me when I get up, man. Like I can't. I don't even feel right for 10 minutes after I get up. I got to smell the coffee brewing. The dogs have to be let out, come back in. Like at that point, I start to like move a little bit. I get a little loose, and as soon as I sip my 3-4 ounces of black coffee, I'm good.
Yeah, man, we'll run games together. I'm like, yo, man. I'm like, we'll talk about something. Like, wait. I'm like, yeah, that's right. He's younger than me, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, but
what do you mean you went to sleep at 2 and woke up at 6 and detailed ceramic coatings? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
he's killing it though. But yeah, it's good to see a lot of the younger people out there, kind of next generation coming out doing their thing, doing it successfully.
Oh, it's nuts.
Mike G, I agree with you, bro. But they're starting to straighten things up a little bit.
They are. I think it's starting to turn back. So once the numbers go this way,
that's
you got it.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
All I care about on Star Wars, I'm gonna Star Wars.
No one's woke no more once the numbers go this way. All right.
Yeah.
Too far that way. No
well,
one's
that's
woke.
Snow White broad or whatever, man. Like I haven't seen. I don't know what it is, dude.
Jamie got muted. I don't know what happened there. Let's unmute him.
That was mute. My bad. I think I
don't know what happened with her, dude. Something happened where she, I guess, just started saying a bunch of crazy shit. She, like, I guess, had the opportunity of a lifetime to have that role, and she messed it all up by like pushing some type of bullshit or whatever. But I think the big thing about it is like the movie just sucks too, from what I understand. And like I watched, like, you ever see them like
Snow White?
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
Snow White, bro. That they're coming out with. But like, did you ever see them AI chats, the AI singing things that are on Instagram where it's like just a, and like there's people just ripping this trailer apart where they're like, if I seen this in a plane, I'd jump out still and not watch it. You know what I mean? Like, all types of shit like that.
I know Drago saw some Snow White. Give us the review, Drago.
Nice.
Yeah, Drago, tell us what's up. I know you're a big fan.
I know Drago. So first in line.
So
shout out to Drago.
Back to the small business marketing tips. So what's something that you would tell people that are getting into the game is, starting a small business, like what is something you would tell them not to do that you learned early on, and something that you would tell them to do that you also learned early on that make you successful?
Not to do. Definitely don't overpromise. Under-deliver. Yeah.
Under-deliver, overpromise. Right.
Yeah. That's number one for sure. You can, especially at first, because you're going to be charging less. And so expectations are so high and you're getting charged this much. And that's the worst clients to deal with is once they're, charging $50 for whatever.
I think a lot of that comes with the confidence of being in the game for a little bit.
That too. Yeah.
You come in
kind of learn that. Yeah.
Yeah. You come in, you're kind of like, I don't know if I should charge this, but then you're in the car for 8 hours and you're like, I just paid myself like $10 an hour. Like, what the hell am I doing?
That's the worst.
But once you get used to it and get confident about what you have to offer or whatever, it's the same thing. Like we had Ant on from Ace of Spades a couple of weeks back or whatever, and he was saying, like if you have that extra minute, man, go. You don't got to do everything extra for the customer, but do a little something extra special. And he just texted me today and said something where a customer didn't have enough money to do a ceramic coating. It was a first-time client. The guy was really excited. His truck was dirty. Ant had some extra time. He got done the car early. Why not just throwing on a spray sealant or whatever for him? Gave it to the guy, showed him the hydro component store or whatever, Hydro was able to show and pour him. The guy was super excited. Wound up booking a ceramic coating for his wife's car. You know what I mean? Just from going out of the way, just a little bit extra. And that makes a big deal. Like the interaction and the customer experience, I think, is something nowadays as a small business owner. It's so important to be personable and just come off as somebody authentic, because I think people understand and want to deal with, like, you buy from a brand, right? Like people that support Biobox, people that support Thor, they support the brand, but a lot of what's behind the brand is the people behind the brand, right? Like if you don't see and hear from the owner of a company, you don't get the same responses from people, the chemical guys, or, some of these other organizations that don't put people front and center. I think it's just really important to be able to have yourself be able to be out there and sell yourself without selling yourself, right? Like be authentic to who you are. And I think you're going to get a lot more bees with honey.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I would give some advice to people, because this is what I notice. I'm on TikTok live all the time, and a lot of us talk in there. It's kind of like an open forum, and I hear people talk about certain things. I hear them talking about what customers will and won't buy and things of that nature. And I think that
a little tongue twister, Christian. A little tongue twister.
Yeah. It happens every once in a while. Leave me alone, pal.
Don't
I knew that was going to come back to me.
Don't shy away from sales, because you are a salesperson if you're selling your product or your service, right? And what I mean is, you're going to get those customers that are frustrating. And trust me, I've dealt with this in a prior profession, like where your back's against the wall. Might not have been a small business, but it was commission only, right? So you're commission only too, because you don't work, you don't get paid. And when a customer comes to you and they're trying to, lower your price or get you down in price, take it as an opportunity to educate them, because they're asking buying questions, right? You're going to educate that customer, and you might mold that customer into one of your best customers ever, or you might weed that customer out of your base because you don't want them. Yep. But either way, if you don't be afraid to have that conversation to kind of connect the value of the service you offer versus what their expectations are, because you got to get comfortable with having those conversations to be an effective business owner in any manner. Yep. And you got to be able to stand behind what you are worth and build the value.
I'm taking facts over there.
So that's, I hear this conversation a lot amongst detailers about what I should charge, what I shouldn't charge. And I'm always a believer in keep it simple. They're coming to your dojo. This is how I'm going to do it. This is going to be the result you're going to get. And this is what I'm going to charge you for it. Right. Yep. You got to qualify the customer, keep control of the customer, and educate the customer. So that's very important for anybody starting a small business, because I hear you talking about it like you're charging less as you come up, and that makes sense, right? But there's a certain point when those customers aren't going to get that $50 detail. And, if you're going to transition them to your higher price, educate them on like, listen, I've been charging less than I should have, and this is why I'm here, and this is why I'm doing this. And they're going to either fall off or they're going to stick with you.
Yeah, I had a real hard time pricing like ceramic coatings in the beginning. I was like I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, how much do I charge for a ceramic coating? Like, I think at first it was like $500. And like, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
And what happens is you're now doing a disaster detail and a ceramic coating
for $500.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it! I worked all weekend on this frigging car. I made $500.
I'm talking about staying up all Saturday night.
You try to get the wash in on Friday. That way you can try to polish.
You try to knock out the wash. Yeah. Oh my God, couldn't go back to that at all. So once got the prices right, more where they need to be, 800 plus at least. The right clients just start coming in, new vehicles, fresh from the lot, bring them in, get them coated, that kind of deal. That's where you want to be.
Those are the customers that when they go and purchase a new car, they come back to you. It's a bonus ceramic coating that you didn't expect.
I just had one. Right. One of my first clients from 5 years ago, still my client, but they just got their new Explorer, brought it straight to me.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
And that's a real nice W, because you didn't really see that one or kind of think that one was going to be coming. And next thing you know, like, yo, by the way, Jam, I just picked up a new car. I want to have you coated. You hang the phone up, like.
And the best part is, I have 5 years with this client now. He never calls me. He sends me a message. Hey, when can you Explorer needs coating? I'm like, right now, bring it. You know what I mean? Because I already know what he's bringing me. Right. I know he's good for the money.
Right.
Let's knock it out.
Yeah.
Like next day, here you go. Back to him. So
does Pan have a lot of shoes? I got a lot of hats.
Godfrey has.
Pan got a lot of shoes.
You got a lot of hats.
Really?
Pan got a lot of shoes. Yeah, Pan has see where I got
wall. Literally
this wall. Pan's got shoes.
All Nikes too.
He should have been in that store with us where after the buffet one time in Caesars that crazy shoe store reason. Pan goes to bed at like 9 p.m. though, so it's kind of hard to get him out there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there was another part to that question you asked me earlier. Don't under promise or whatever that
what
answer
is it
was.
that you wouldn't recommend that people do?
Yeah, well, the other part was what would you do early on that made you successful as
well?
Get
in front of the camera. Get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Talk to your clients. Don't just post pictures, 50-50s, that kind of deal. Make a little commercial.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy.
You listen to Gary Vee, and he talks about right now about how likes are better than follows right now. And how getting in front of customers on the lives where you can connect with them directly is the most valuable time you're going to have with those customers. So that's part of getting in front of the camera. He he's big on that right now. I tend to believe that. I mean, that guy seems to be ahead of the curve, whether you like him or not. I just feel like, getting in front of the camera is the way to connect with your customers directly.
Here's my next career path right here. He wants me to script him a commercial. How about I start? I'll script you a commercial.
That's what you can do in your spare time now when you have
I'll start writing out everyone a commercial. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. You know what's more fun? It's called Fast AF Boy, and it's time to cue that music.
We didn't tackle anything I wanted. I wanted to talk about Bombs marketing. And
you want to?
All right,
go. Yeah, we don't gotta run it. No, keep it going.
Hold on.
Keep it going. Just keep it going.
I got something for you though. Wait, don't hold that thought, man. You want to rewind it back?
Rewind it back.
I didn't even play it.
Rewind it back. Let's go back. Restart podcast.
There you go.
Rewind. Look, let me ask y'all some questions because look, we're both into the marketing now. Hold on, I done broke the computer. All right, I'm back.
Got some Vienna sausage juice on the keyboard.
Yeah, I got some salt juice in the keyboard. Let me pull up my notes. I had notes somewhere. But it's Small Business Week, so I wanted to ask y'all as a small business when it comes to marketing, like, what's the plan for 2025, you think, Christian? Because y'all did phenomenal. Halloween came around. I think Halloween's y'all's time of the year. That's when y'all get real excited.
It was a cool time for us.
You dropped shirts. You dropped limited edition BDKs. You did a sweet Jason commercial. What do you think we're at 2025 marketing?
We got a couple little cool videos in plan that we're trying to do. I think the big thing for us, right, is we try to be, our brand, we have the ability to be able to have a little bit more fun in the marketplace. And I think that's kind of what's worked for us. I think for everybody who runs a small business, you got to find your lane, right? There's a couple guys right now that are making content when they put videos out. It's very, it's the formatting is the same, but fun and different every time they do a video. So you kind of know what to expect from watching their material, but you never know what to expect from watching their material, right? And if it's a guy who's bringing up just educational points, through, vacuuming with a brush in your hand so you're not scraping the vacuum on the dashboard causing damage, or if it's somebody like, Charleston or whatever who does the videos where he's doing now stuff in front of the boats or whatever. It's like you never know what to expect from these certain guys. So it's like you're keeping things fresh. I think that's kind of one of the things that we like to do. We like to play off of pop culture. We like to kind of bring new, it's like the whole thing for us is like kind of bringing fresh ideas and fresh fun stuff to the market. And I think people should probably try to do the same thing.
Yeah, I think in 2025, marketing education over, who's got the snazziest 8K commercial wins. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally. I mean, education's a big thing. We've been working on a series that me and Godfrey have been doing, trying to kind of just put together some more educational videos in general for ourselves. Because I feel like that's one of the weaker ends that we have. We need to kind of put together a little bit more. We actually have to do some more of the professional, like how-to type of stuff.
Yeah.
We don't really have that covered the way that I would like to have it covered just yet. But I think that's one of the biggest things about in general, even when Godfrey was saying it, like educating your customers is really part of the process, right? Like you guys would go back 6 months from now, and obviously we're talking about, even last time that, we were having conversations, we were talking about the labeling situation and stuff like that with like the detail code stuff, where it's like, you wouldn't think about that going into the game or whatever. You're like, all right, I'm going to keep it simple and as simple as possible, but keeping it so simple, right? Looking back, you're like, well, I probably should have added some more details.
I should have added some more details in there.
Yeah. But it's like, it's an education thing, right? Like, so now, like you got to kind of in small business, not everything's going to work for you, but you have to be able to like look at the things that didn't work and be able to pivot and move forward so that the next thing that you do works a little bit better, right? It's like 1% every day. So,
You also don't want to be too fancy in a sense where it's good to have the detail, but you don't want to be, you don't want paralysis from over analysis too, right? Like you don't want it to be like, I'm not going to do it until it's perfect. I mean, you want to get it as good as possible, but sometimes there's a balance there, right? It's not one way or the other always.
I have to work on that,
I wasn't dropping any hints, but
I think that's what you were doing right there.
Look at this setup.
Trying to give you the other side of the coin here.
Big on his own pot. Look at this setup. You got the nice wall and the bushes just right. I mean,
this plant's been growing quite a bit since the pod started. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but it's doing pretty damn good. It wasn't that big when I first got it.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's going to have its own table.
Nothing wrong with attention to detail. However, you also want to make sure it's not going to become something that's going to prevent you from moving forward as well. So there is a balance to it. You know, Detail's important, and the devil's in the details, as they say. And if you don't pay attention to it, it'll explode on you. But at the same time, you gotta start running somewhere, right?
Well, it's not really about keeping up with the Joneses in small business, right? It's like kind of being your own Jones, right? You have to kind of make your own lane. I think, James, you can attest to that, obviously, with what you did with the JTC brand and everything. But I mean, even taking that notoriety that say you and EC have, where it's like, all right, you know what? Like, we're going to make this investment in ourselves. We're going to start this company up. Like, you guys built a base, you found your lane, right? And then you were able to kind of make that pivot. It's the same thing. Like, not everything you're gonna do is gonna work, but you have to be able to you got to be willing to take the L's in order to figure out where you can pull your W's.
Yeah, for sure. Next, I want to talk about, like, remember the commercials, 90s, 80s, early 2000s. Like, there's a jingle and there's a slogan. And that's like what you do. You got to have a jingle. You got to have a slogan. You think that's completely dead, or do you think like we could bring it back? Because I kind of want to make a jingle and a slogan.
A jingle would be really cool. I mean, slogans, we have a bunch of them that we use. I think they're still heavy. If you can pull them into your brand, just even like get the funk out, stay fresh, all that stuff.
Yeah, you have some slogans, odor removal that actually works.
Right. Stuff like that, I think that works. But I mean, as far as the jingle goes, like that, like singing little number or whatever, it's called like 1-800, whatever it is. Like,
those, so funny.
They're great. And dude, I got a buddy, my guy that does warehouse stuff for me or whatever. Shout out to Nick. I say it all the time, dude. He is like the world's best whistler you've ever heard your entire life. Dude, I want him to come to my house, hang out, and do work.
He talks about this, and so I haven't heard him whistle. And I'm just picturing Christian in the chair watching him whistle. Like,
bro, you don't understand. I mean, this dude, he started laying like bass lines down for, like, he would whistle out one track and then he would send me a voice memo and be like, yo, and then I'll add something like this on top of it. And like, I don't know how me and him haven't connected to get it done yet, but like, I feel like there's definitely a lane for a jingle. 100%.
Dude, I want a jingle for Detail Co so bad.
All right, let's challenge the people,
bring
man.
It back.
We got 50.
Who wants to see a jingle?
We got 59, 60 people in here right now. Jamie's asking for help on a jingle.
I take it as a challenge. You know what I mean? Like, how funny would that be? Like running like a legit commercial or something?
Yeah, man.
It'd be great.
Cool.
Be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the idea.
The Mentos commercial. That's a classic.
Yeah, like how
they don't have to be long. That's the thing about the jingles, right? It's like a short
That's the trick to it, right?
Like, it's a 4 little bar, like just a couple little rhyme schemes.
Or even a good slogan like "Got Milk." Like, how iconic is that's probably the most iconic slogan, right? Got milk. What's bigger than got milk?
Where's the beef?
It's so good. Yeah,
time for the donuts.
I got a lifted truck. It says "Got Lift" on the back of it, and I was like, it's probably 15 years old at this point. You know what I mean? Because it was so popular.
So actually, the thumbnail was kind of the slogan I was playing around with. Car Wash Hero.
Okay.
Let me know what y'all
think. Deep dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, we got to deep dive into it a little bit more. But that was off the top of my head. I was thinking.
What I'm saying, it's got to do with kind of like, the way you guys have been naming the product, stuff like that. Yeah.
And see, Chris, this one's too. Yeah, you know what I mean. Let's see. This divides a nation like immediately. So
I know. I was having a conversation,
and it's too obvious. Like, everyone's doing that now.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Make the jingles great again.
You got to get the ring, but the MJGA, that's got to flow too for it to work. The 4 letters got to flow. But yeah, MJG, you got to be able to say it. You know what I mean? But
I like it. Anyway, we're bringing jingles back, everybody. So Bio Bomb, I want Bio Bombs come out with a jingle.
Don't challenge me. We'll come up with something.
Let's do it.
And I'll make sure it's quirky and corny at the same time.
That'd be great.
Oh
my Lord!
It had to happen. Listen,
the Snickers Army is in the chat, baby.
We're 55 seconds before an hour.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of everybody. We made it to a legit hour, just shy of an hour, before anybody brought anything up about the Snickers.
It's because I brought so much heat in the beginning.
Exactly, dude.
It's because I opened it up, popped the top.
Snickers Army mount.
Get the trumpet going.
I would like to start a campaign to kill the Snickers Army. I personally
can't happen, man.
Not a fan of the question.
It's like the White Walkers in the Game of Thrones. They're just growing by day.
They're just growing, man.
There's nothing you can do.
So
all right,
it's not me. It's the people.
We got 15 seconds before God freaking start his next segment. So if you got Any thoughts? That's all I got. Car wash hero. That's I'm gonna try and make that a slogan. Here
I
we
like
go.
it. You know, I could
5 seconds.
I could see the
hit the
commercial.
thing. Wife, mute the phone.
Yeah, I could see.
We're going off the rails.
Car wash
Here we go.
hero. You're gonna have a hero on there. That the evil villain could definitely be Ivan for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Get him to come in, Dr. Robotnik.
100%. It
Yeah.
could be Dr. Robotnik, the skinny version.
Well, I had a pitch.
And he's got to twirl a mustache while he's doing it.
I said,
100%.
I texted EC last week. I said, "You're Big Grime. You
like
cause
that.
all the chaos in the video.
I
and
like
I come
that.
clean you up. You're Big Grime."
Yeah,
and
I like Big Grime.
There you go.
I'd say all the time he's a bull in a china shop.
Bull in a china shop.
Big Grime is perfect.
Big Grime.
Nice.
He tries to dry cars with the bath towel. He's with the toilet brush and the rims.
Yeah. The robe comes out with the robe in the morning time, sees bird poop on the car, spits on it, and just rubs
my
a
God.
paper towel. He takes the paper towel. Big Grime. That's what he
the
does.
arch nemesis.
Yeah, I like it.
Of the car wash hero. I like that.
Y'all let me know if y'all want to see Big Grime. We'll make it happen.
I like that.
All right, start the second half of the show.
Hit that music.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
I still don't fix the beeps.
Yeah, I love how the beeps are like. I'm like, you're like you didn't curse. But you have a video in here preloaded where it's like
the beep
I'm fast as fuck. Beep.
Every single week, I'm like, I got to get on here early and fix the beeps, and it didn't happen today because I was talking to Cam.
They
earlier.
do not.
It's like this. I'm fast as fuck.
Boy,
fuck, boy.
They do nothing.
Godfrey,
oh man,
you have access and can do this. I apologize.
That's
Next
funny,
week, guys. We're gonna try to get it done.
Yeah, look. I'll be listening with my kids sometimes. I'm like,
all right, we gotta change it tomorrow.
Our mission is to make you do the phone flip. You know,
it's been 3 months, 4 months.
I know. All right, Godfrey, that's on our top of our list for next week, bro.
All right, ketchup on eggs, yes or no?
Next question.
So it's no. It's a no. Okay.
What a trash question. I mean, the worst. What an absolute trash question.
Okay. Rinseless or nah?
Rinseless, yeah.
Okay.
I like a good rinseless, yeah. I helped create a couple of them, so
yeah,
I'm on board.
That one.
Well,
I'm on board. I don't do it. I'm not as big a fan as Eddie. I'm definitely still a foam guy, but I like a good rinseless. Yeah.
Okay.
That's because you're the originator of the flip.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I actually stole that from somebody, by the way.
No, I mean,
nothing's original, Christian. You know that? Nothing's original. Nothing great is truly original.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
demonetized.
You just make it your own thing. Put a little spaz on it, little shine on it.
Favorite vehicle ever detailed?
That's a good question. Let me see. I've done a couple classics, so definitely I like doing a good classic. I always rinseless wash a classic. It comes in no matter how grimy. Yeah, always. I don't trust getting the water in all the cracks because most of the classics they always have one rust spot on them. Every single one of them.
Well, you don't know where any of the A pillars are running and how that water is draining through.
You just can't trust the seals no more for sure. No.
No, it's a rinseless all day. Plus, a lot of them cars, man, it's like they're not driving them in the rain or anything like that anyway.
You got me wanting to look on my Instagram and scroll down. Probably the Impala. I think it's a 56, 57 Impala. Like he decked it out. I'm talking about undercarriage, all blinged out.
So cool.
It's nuts. That's a crazy guy. Like
is that the blue one? The blue joint?
Blue one. Yeah.
Thing was so badass.
He
I love that car, dude. That was dope.
Yeah, it's so good. Probably that's
a dope car.
He only gives me like a few hours to detail it every time. Like I'll schedule him a whole week. I'm like, this whole week, I'll wet sand the whole car and we'll buff it out and do this. And every time he waits till like Friday, like I had this to do. It drops it off and it's gonna rain. It's always such a time crunch. I'm just like,
just throw me a can of Vienna sausages. I'm good for dinner. You know what I mean?
Yep. But that's a fun one.
Like G wants to know, wax or not?
Trash question. Another trash.
Wow.
No wax. Hate wax.
Asking for a friend.
That's right. So I grew up thinking that was the only way to do it, right? Like even spray waxes were just kind of getting there early 2000s. And we used to have this old can of Turtle Wax, the shell.
The
had
green
foam
one
out,
with the
green
yellow
one.
with the yellow plastic top.
It's not even
held
like
the
paste
foam
wax.
pad
It's
in
like
there.
liquidy goo.
Yeah.
And it would just bake in the sun. And then I'd be out there. Done with wax ever since then. Terrible. Terrible.
Let me ask you this real fast. And this is just a quick sidebar question. Do you feel like people who keep cars in garages regularly, do you feel like they should, do they need ceramic coating like somebody who has a car outside every day?
It depends if, I don't know. That's a good question, Christian.
I know. I've been thinking about that lately. You
Yeah.
know? Like if you're a garage kept car, you pull it out on Sundays, you're never really seeing the rain, the sun, you wash it once or twice a year. Like, is there a true benefit to having the ceramic coating on there as opposed to something that's going to just be a
I
gloss
think so
enhancer?
because it's like, scratch proof, is a terrible way to market it.
Right.
That was a big
Yeah.
hoo-ha, 10 years ago in the ceramic coating marketing.
You could grab,
but they're definitely, scratch resistance to a point. Like if you take one half a panel and the side without the coating scratch is way easier than the side with the coating every time. So, if you're in the, these guys, they'll get lazy and want to wipe it down. So yeah,
True.
I think a ceramic coating
True.
definitely still helps.
True.
You're at least avoiding, I'd say 50% of the damage that would occur without the ceramic coating.
Which most likely you're going to apply with a towel when you're trying to get rid of some bullshit that's on the side of a fender well or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, like right now, pollen season, they're going to pop open the garage on Saturday morning, but at the end of, it's going to be covered in pollen. Pollen's one of the most abrasive particles to ever exist. It floats onto your vehicle, and they're just going to, wipe it off with Chemical Guys wireless wash or something, or Westcat California Duster. Something terrible. And
my old man used the duster. I yelled at him all the time, and he just won't listen because he's old and he's stubborn, and it's just I can't be around him when he pulls it out. I take it out of his hands, I throw it in his trunk, I shut the trunk. Like, don't use this shit in front of me, man. Like, it's so offensive.
So no, I still think coating, would be beneficial in long term.
More offensive, your dad using a little tree or a California duster?
I'd listen. Little trees it's such a heartbreak. When I get into people's cars, they have something like that. I don't litter. That's like one of the times I rip that shit and throw it out the window.
Funny story is, walked into my house and there was a piece of litter on my property, and it was a little tree package. I was like, this. I'm like, who is? I started looking around. I was like, who did that?
So I have the Turtle Wax trauma. What's the little tree trauma, Christian? It seems like there's a story.
It's not that, man. It's just, to me, like, they've just. I mean, when we were kids, man, you know the deal. When you first get your first car, you're like piling them things up, 8, 10, 12 of them in the car, hidden all over the place or whatever.
I used to take 3-pack of black ice, 3-pack of strawberry ice, son.
And you're pulling the plastic off right away.
I'm talking
right away. You're not
full
strategically pulling the little triangle off
full
and pulling
string.
the head out.
Anytime my buddies did the 3-pack of black ice and just ripped out the plastic, I'm like, she still knows you stink like ass, bro. So,
dude,
you
strawberry
can't hide.
ice
Went
hard.
Interesting. Strawberry ice, that's a combination. So,
I wonder if a cherry ice would work.
Nah, wouldn't work, Christian.
No?
Cherry ice?
Nothing goes with cherry.
I don't know, man.
Listen, you guys say what you want to say.
I hear vanilla cherry.
Cherry's on the timeout. Cherry's on the way up in the top seller.
I don't believe
on top of that, dude, what it's been. We've been getting
in the chat. Let them know. Let Jamie know how many of you like popping cherry.
Who likes cherry?
I know. There's plenty of you in the chat.
I bet there ain't one person in this chat of 60 people that
I know.
cherry.
I could spot one right now.
I think David Boyce likes cherry. I think I already know that.
I know a couple that are. You'll see it come through in the chat.
Who likes cherry?
He's going to come up too.
Looks dead silence. Nothing.
No cherry here. Proud to say it. No, it'll be there. Don't you give it some time. Favorite cartoon as a kid?
Yeah, hit me.
We were talking about Hanna-Barbera stuff. That was prime time right there. Dude.
So what was the one though? Like the one, there's so many.
I really liked the Wacky Races.
Yeah,
I like Wacky Races. That was a good one with the little dog. Whatever dog. Yeah.
Muttley or whatever.
Muttley, yeah, that dude was awesome.
Muttley.
I watched the short-lived Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. That was a good one.
Oh wow, dude, you're throwing me back.
That's a deep one. That's a deep cut,
dude.
That's a deep cut.
Wow.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, David likes cherry.
Yes, I know, Dave. David doesn't count. He's out.
Oh,
yes, you do, David.
Cherry better than Vita C all day. Wow, there's a hot. Let's see.
Cherry's at the bottom.
Vitamin C is my sleeper. I'm sorry. I've been
Squash
feeling that one
LLC
lately.
first, but Pop and Cherry is also a good scent.
Y'all crazy.
Popping cherry in my car yesterday. Thank you, Keith.
Y'all gonna make me try cherry again? I
It's
can't
not
do it.
that, man. The
I
biggest
can't
thing
do it.
right about business too, you got to realize is like just because it might not be for you doesn't mean it's not for somebody else.
Exactly.
That was a hard one for me to accept.
I'm
right?
not a
'Cause
ice. I'm not a black
At
ice
all.
guy.
I
and
co-sign
iced out,
that.
yeah, I'm
I'm
not
not
either.
either.
But
People love
it's our third most popular bar.
Yep.
People-
Dang.
no, is it second or third? Squash LLC and Black Ice fight it out, or Black Ice iced out. Now they got me.
That's
So,
wild.
Sugar Plum Daddy needs to come back. Yep. Listen,
I know.
guys.
Every week somebody's saying it.
Really?
Yep.
Stay tuned.
I don't
Yep.
think. Did
The
we
devil's
finally
in the
sell out? I
details.
don't even know. Let me go check.
Yep. Still waiting on a sandalwood scent.
I just hope Flawless doesn't get in here because I still haven't
Yep.
tried out.
Sugar Plum is
stuff.
gone. We still
Yeah,
got that
I'm better.
birch and a couple birch and peppermint fatties though.
Bevy Grape is the bomb.
Chilling.
Finally got a few. All right.
Like single digits.
So now go to playlist when in the trenches.
What are we talking about?
When you're
Go to
detailing
Go
cars.
to playlist. I'm pretty random. I don't have a playlist. So it's usually
Spice Girls on repeat.
sometimes, Barbie girl, Aqua, I'm a Barbie girl. That's a hitter. That's a hitter.
That is Bop from Hanson.
Bop, yeah. Then
Oh
it
my
rolls in
goodness.
the bop.
My sisters used to play that shit so much. It gave me such a headache. That and
Yeah,
Spice Girls, dude. I feel like they just tortured me. And then NSYNC came out and it was all over from there, dude. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
NSYNC
that
and
whole era,
Backstreet-
bro. Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
wild.
That was a wild run for music.
What
right
an
there.
era.
How
Shout
about
out,
this? I
shout
know
out to Britney Spears, though. She was holding it down back then.
Holding it down.
She's a little cray-cray right now, but
she's from
Yeah.
Louisiana, right? Is she
Yep.
from? Yep.
Yep.
Favorite gas station food? I know you're gonna love this.
Ooh, favorite gas station, dude. Let me tell you, Louisiana gas station hits different. All right, so we got boudin, balls. Sometimes you got fried fish, got the
Fried
hush
fish.
puppies. You can't sleep on a hush puppy. Look, we got them.
These
meat
are
pies.
gas station foods. You go to fill up, and they got the boudin in there.
Underrated, though. You got the potato logs.
Potato
A
log.
well fried potato log was.
now, is that like is that a potato skin, but the Louisiana version, or
It's basically a potato cut in fours and fried, deep fried potato
so it's
log.
like wedges or whatever, like
Yeah, it's
four-
like a big
pickle
wedge.
slice or whatever,
It's
like
like
four
a big,
pickle-
yep.
No,
Yep, it's like a big,
Mm.
so good. And then we got the pizza pockets, what we call them. It's like this big, I ate one today, big square full of pizza juice, deep fried till it's almost burnt. But I tell you what, they hit different. You know what I'm saying? Soaked in grease.
I've
Soaked.
seen someone on social media recently deep fry a hot pocket, and I was just like, they
It's
said
basically a deep fried hot pocket. Yeah, it's pretty good.
wow. Speaking a whole different language of food. Yeah, it's like a whole
Look,
He's like, this dude just went Creole on us.
You go down to the donut shop if you can catch them. You gotta get there early. Get this. It's the boudin kolaches. Those bad boys.
boudin kolache.
I'm talking about another planet.
They sold
If
out.
I didn't know you were talking
gotta
about
get them
food, I
all.
thought you were talking about
Out.
sandals or something.
You gotta get
Like,
there
I'm gonna go
early.
wear some kolaches. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like
that's some good stuff.
All right. So speaking of shoe wear, Crocs or not?
Oh, what are you?
You Crocker. James
Oh
a
my
Crocker,
God,
man.
what are you
All
talking about?
right, Crocs all day.
With the socks.
With the socks. Oh,
With the look at
Jesus.
this. Look at it. With the sock.
He's
Look at
probably
that.
you probably detail with the socks on too.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh, you got
You
wet
have good-
shoes on that. Oh, dude, the worst
Worst.
ever. You have them shoes, so you
That's a
don't
swamp
have
boy
to
right
do
there.
that.
He's like, my feet are wet. I
Look.
don't care.
That's right. You
All right.
gotta get them. You already got. Look, I done wore these mugs out. Look at that.
Yes, you did.
Look at
Man,
that. I need some new Crocs.
The
Yeah,
problem-
treat yourself, Jamie. You're making that Thor money now. Treat yourself. and
I
get
got to
yourself
treat
some new
myself.
Crocs.
I did treat my. I got me some new Crocs. I bought the wrong size though, so I can't wear them. But I'll show you my new Crocs one day.
You kind of said this already, but
I'm gonna put 'em
what
over here?
if I'm coming to Louisiana, me and Christian, right? And you're taking us to eat. What's a food that's a must-have, and can I put a cracker on
Better
it?
not say Subway, bro.
Can I put it on a cracker?
What Louisiana food is a must-have? And can I put it? Yeah, you can put any Louisiana food on a cracker. Like everything goes on. You ain't seen the Louisiana guy?
Yeah, I have.
His
That's where I got that
motto-
from.
Yeah, his
Put it on a
motto is put it on
Put it
a
on a
cracker.
cracker. Yeah.
You put everything on a cracker, even down to the hog head cheese. That I refuse to eat
I'm
that.
not touching that.
How do you feel about Ralph the Baker? Because he's a Louisiana boy.
Oh,
ain't
he's
he?
great. Yeah, he's awesome.
Butter
Yeah,
on-
he's from New Orleans.
Some butter on that, baby.
Put some butter on there, baby.
Put a little
Stick
bubba.
of butter. Stick of butter, y'all.
Butter, y'all.
Yeah, he's
right,
real. He's real down there. He's down
what's the
south.
food? What's the food you're taking us to? What's the signature food you're taking us first? Because you're like, this is the number one.
I'm gonna treat you right. Look, you gotta start from the bottom. All right, we gotta go to the Dollar General. You gotta get some potted meat. And you gotta get in the trenches, Godfrey.
Okay.
Oh man,
I respect the climb. Yeah.
You gotta climb up. All right? You gotta know where the struggle bus is. And then we can go from there, Godfrey. Then we'll go to the gas station, and then we'll get us a boudin ball. And we'll get us a pizza pocket.
Okay.
And then we might finish off the day. I might cook you some red beans and rice. Maybe we'll get us a little gumbo going. You know, but we got to start at the bottom. You got to dip that cracker in some potted meat. All right,
potted meat.
That's right.
Have you ever watched Swamp People?
Oh yeah, I love Swamp People. Shoot him, Elizabeth.
Now, do you know anybody personally from the cast?
I didn't know anybody from Swamp People. No.
Okay. What's your favorite pet gator's name?
Pet gator's name
that you had in a kid when you were a kid?
I never named them.
Did you just add that one on the fly?
Yeah.
You never named them?
No, I was like, this one's $1. This one's $5. This one's $20.
You just named them dollar denominations? Damn.
Yeah. My gator business didn't go very well. I told you that. Didn't go very well.
That was
in the swamp.
That was a non-ethical farm. He named the money instead of names.
Yeah. You get canceled for that shit.
No, that was 15 years. That's way. That was way back in the day before you get canceled.
Do you have a fan boat?
I do not have a fan boat. Godfrey, we ain't that far. You got to go 2 hours.
Have you ever been on a fan boat? Have you ever been?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been on a fan boat.
No, fan boats are pretty cool, man. No, I was on one in the Everglades. They're pretty badass.
We just got little bitty boats.
Well,
no fan boat though. Yeah, it's trolling motor.
How could I have been on a fan boat and not you?
I don't know. I don't know.
In the Everglades, I've been on a fan boat.
Yeah, that's where I went on one. Everglades.
You don't get on. If you ain't hunting the gators, you don't need a fan boat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably not.
I'm just going to catch a little, some catfish or something.
I'm just getting my picture from like Waterboy and like Swamp People about that's the only reference I have, man. And
how big are the catfish down there? You guys got big boys?
Yeah, you can noodle and get those.
I was just gonna ask you, have you noodled before?
No, I ain't sticking my hand.
Nah, I can't see myself noodling either. Dude, I got a buddy of mine. We got
napping turtles like this.
Really?
Monsters. I ain't going.
I got a buddy of mine, man, who like goes over here by the Schuylkill by us affiliate, and like we ride jet skis over there during the summertime, hang out on the beach, like this beach we call it or whatever, but it's the Schuylkill River. It's not really a beach or whatever. But
ain't no beach,
Godfrey, until you come out, stop talking shit. But
I've been there. Ain't no beach.
He goes at nighttime, you know what I mean, and grabs like chicken, raw chicken, shit like that. He's got a little concoction, but he goes out to the Schuylkill, and this dude catches catfish, dude. I'm saying they're 5 feet at least, 6 feet in length. I mean, monsters. He's holding them up like this, dude. And I mean, the guy's a jack dude, and you could barely see he's struggling to hold the damn thing up, and it's to his chin.
Yeah, we got a couple people around here that'll noodle and get them monsters, but
crazy. Dude.
You got a John boat?
I ain't never messed with them. Yeah, just a little boat.
Little John boat?
I ain't got no boat. No, I don't have no boat, but back when I lived at Black Lake, yeah, we had a boat. Grandpa had a little boat.
So then the real question of the evening is Snickers vein down or up?
All right, Godfrey. I knew this question was coming. Shout out to Snickers Nation merch coming. Christian
Snickers Army. Yo, the instigator of this wasn't even
Godfrey brand.
Yeah, the instigator's not even here tonight for it. We're trying to still get this picture of him.
Yeah.
Of him initiating
it. So first, Snickers ain't even the good candy bar, right?
Ooh, you got Milky Way. You got a whatchamacallit? A zero
bar.
Do they got a vein on top though?
Is where it's at. Look, this
really. I don't think I've ever had a zero bar.
I've had a zero bar. They're delicious.
Delicious. The caramel. It's got pretty much everything a Snickers has, but it's white fudge.
But
it's
does it have the vein?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
A zero bar. I might have to try me one of them things.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got a vein. But
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. That's a safe play, right?
Yeah, that's a safe play, right?
It is.
And it
I
even
respect
saves
the zero
you.
bar already.
It saves you from the mean. From the mean.
Safe. It's safe, but it's
so. Is it white chocolate? That's what they are.
Yeah, that's white fudge. It says. Look at that.
Yeah.
White
look, this guy took it out of my mouth. You're saying it's safe, but Celtic said ribbed for Jamie's pleasure. So.
All
Took
right.
the words out of my
I had to
mouth.
give you a moment there, but
That's
Celtic ruined it.
ruined it. Turn it off.
That's
Podcast over.
That is a member of the Snickers Army right there, and he came through. He had to defend, and you know,
Yep.
He said,
Congrats.
it's a
Had to bring it back.
Caucasian Snickers.
Dude, I love a zero bar.
I gotta
they
try
are good.
one.
I've had them. They
I've
are
never
good.
had
Good.
one.
They man.
So then the
Never
other
had one.
question is loyalty or respect?
It just keeps getting worse and worse. Look, it's a white
Yeah.
bar, so the vein's less noticeable.
Ah. Oh man. Definitely I'm going respect on this one.
Respect.
Respect.
Yeah.
Expound.
I'm going
Why
respect.
respect over loyalty?
I'm going respect. Because you can be not loyal to someone, but still respect them. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing,
Okay.
you don't owe nobody nothing, but you can definitely still respect them.
Okay.
Okay.
Where
I like it. Jamie takes a different way.
where you can be loyal and still not have respect.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Interesting
That is
angle.
true.
And you
Interesting
can
angle.
and weeding out those people is where after you weed those people out in your life, that's where
And
you
correct me
find
if
your
I'm.
real
I
people.
was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of that answer probably is geared towards maybe what you've gone through, obviously, since starting
Yeah,
Thor,
pretty
right?
much.
Because you
Yeah.
probably still respect a lot of people that might not think that you're quote unquote loyal to them anymore. But
everybody.
you respect everybody that helped you get to where you're at.
Yep. Yeah,
I
I'll never
respect
not
that,
have the
man.
respect. Yeah,
That's a
I'll
very
never not have respect.
Very commendable answer, dude.
I still shake everybody's hand. Yep, that
Very
kind of
And
deal.
then when you get away, you're like, fuck that guy. Is that how it goes?
No, I don't do that. No.
No. All
Jamie
right,
ain't
just
that
checking.
kind of person, man. He only says that about you when you walk
Only
away.
God for only God.
No,
Walk away from God,
wow.
I'm like,
Listen, I
Snickers.
changed Jamie's life last year, letting him
Snickers.
eat the mochi donut. He ate that, and he was like, "Oh my
that
god,
mochi.
this thing was delicious." It changed you ever eaten a donut that soft? No,
That
you
mochi
were-
was weird.
dude. You were. That's because you were stuffed because that was the Caesar's.
What a
Thing.
buffet.
Yeah.
What a buffet.
Man, that was
My
amazing.
goodness.
Shout
What a
out to
buffet.
Caesars. It's worth all the wait.
So good.
I
Yo,
hope
guys.
as we get closer to SEMA, there's a lot more you guys are going to consider taking that trip this year. And yes, of course, before we get out of here, it would be foolish of us not to mention Funkin 10 over at
Save some change.
thehouseofrags.com. Save some change. Personally right now, I'm in the season right now. Jamie was talking about piling. Good old Loki's going to take me through that season with minimal
Loki help you
scratches
out.
to the vehicle. So, go on over and grab yourself some of that.
How's that?
haven't
You got
tried
thick
it.
on your truck. How's thick going on?
Dude, I'm telling you, I send Eddie messages and you guys messages. I cannot speak highly enough about that coating. I really can't. I mean, from going
Tremendous.
to New York through the snow and the salt and all the BS that I went through that one weekend, a couple weekends ago, where I was up there, to going through a huge rainstorm on the way home. I pulled into my driveway and looked at my truck, and I'm like, I just cannot believe how well that truck did through all that stuff. 6 hours on the road or whatever, all types of elements. I pulled in my driveway, and I was like, man, this is not going to be as much of a pain in the ass to wash as I thought at all. And the wash process, whether it be rinseless or contact wash, it's night and day, dude. I think Thick's one of the best coatings I've ever had on
I think the self-cleaning properties of thick is up there.
I'm telling you, dude. Even the gloss factor, for me,
Yeah,
it's got some serious pop to it.
It can change. Some people it change, like it darkens up and deepens stuff so much.
It does, because
it'll change the color on you.
I got a silver truck, so like for me, it's like it made it a deeper, darker silver color to the point where at nighttime it almost looks like it's kind of more purple than it was before when I got it, which I think is dope. I mean, like I said, I love it. I think Thick's one of the best coatings I ever tried.
Yeah, but I could see someone going, "You changed the color of my car. I don't like it," because it adds some deepness to it for sure.
Does.
It'll change a shade for sure.
Mhm.
So
yeah, I want to see you guys do some more promotion for that, man. Because
for sure.
I think it's a sleeper product, dude.
Yeah,
100%. I haven't used Slim yet, but I would imagine. I mean, it's
Slim is just 10% less solids than thick, so it's just more DIY friendly, user friendly. Great, basic package to start out with.
okay. Do you feel like it deepens the color the same way or no?
Not as much thick, but definitely, yeah, it adds a good hue to the paint too. Yeah,
I got a buddy.
not as much thick
try it
though.
out this weekend.
It's called thick for a reason. It's called thick
She
for a
thick.
reason.
She thick.
She thick.
Shout out to thick.
All right, Godfrey, you that it? You ain't got no more food debates or nothing?
Nah, man. I mean, listen, it's hard to
He
debate.
he behaved himself for you tonight, James.
He did.
Yeah. Listen, listen, I can't argue with someone, when they say a sandwich is good from Subway. It's kind of hard to have that conversation. So,
Godfrey, that's all I got. I got the gas station food, and then I got the Subway in the gas station up the road. Sometimes you just got to get you a $5.
Have you ever had a gas station burrito and heated it up in the gas station?
Another great slogan and jingle, by the way. Subway, eat fresh, tremendous. It carried a whole,
Listen, I think you're on to something with this whole slogan thing, man, or jingle.
Let's bring it back. I think
I'd like to see some people put some stuff out there in the chat.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or at least throw you guys a tag or something in a story. You know what I mean? It'd be really cool if somebody actually sang that shit. That'd be really funny.
Dude, send me if that would be phenomenal. Look, if you want to sing a little jingle and send it over, I'm open.
Yeah, Jamie will feature it in the post, guaranteed.
For sure. Absolutely. That would be tremendous.
Time out, yo. Your Australia post you did earlier this week, dude. I don't know how it just kept popping up. Usually when you see a post,
it goes away.
It goes away. But I'm telling you, every time I open my phone, I was like,
I'm back. Ozzy.
I'm like, this dude is cracking me up. Because it opened on my personal page, I saw it. Then it opened on the Five Miles page, and I saw it. And I think I seen it on YouTube the other night when I was watching YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Jamie likes Subway. Don't let him run from it. He loves Subway.
Why would I run from Subway, Godfrey? They got the cold cut combo. Been their legacy sandwich. Look, they've been eating cold cut combos for 100 years. You know what I'm saying? They got the tuna fish. Look, that tuna fish.
Are you rocking with the tuna fish?
Some mayonnaise and some, day
I
old
would
lettuce.
Say if there was a
sandwich
I felt safe getting at Subway, I would say it would probably be a tuna.
Really?
You really? I don't know about that, brother, but you might want to re-examine that conversation.
Really? Shocked me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're known as the tuna, like not being real fish.
Oh,
or
really?
Something.
Damn. Yeah, and a little bit of rubber content
shows how much
bread
I
too.
know, man.
Italian BMT, classic sub right there. They got the pepperoni, they got the salami, they got the whatever the other one's called. That's a good sandwich right there.
Jamie would lose his mind.
Yeah, listen, Jamie, if you ever came up here to visit,
I've got to come up.
Philadelphia, New York.
You will forget Subway. We'll be like, yo, why are there only Subways next to colleges?
For our Philly, we're definitely having a Philly world tour. It's coming. We're coming to Philly.
Yeah. If you think that's a good sandwich, you're gonna be like, I'm never going back. Because I'm just telling you, you're gonna hit the bread. The bread's gonna hit different. You're like, this is what real bread tastes like.
I only eat bread for a reason, and the bread that I eat from the sandwich joints that I go to is 100% worth all the bullshit attached to it. It is so good.
100-year-old Italian bakeries and
man.
It's the water, huh? And ain't it the water or something?
The water content, the mineral content. What are they saying?
Yep.
Nice. And the dough, yeah, dude. I've experienced. You go down the floor on the boardwalk. You get like, let me get a sub, and you're like, what is? It looks like pulled apart bread. They smashed, I don't know.
All right, Godfrey's gonna get angry. Everybody, we appreciate you joining us tonight, Jamie. Thank you for hanging out for an extra half hour, brother. I know you usually do a 1 hour rock session, so it's great having you on the show. Send our love to the boy EC. Let him know we missed him.
And, man.
Yeah, if you,
Jesus.
To start the pod and finish the pod with that, I think we're good to go. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you. Wow, he's following up. I'm out of here.
Rib for her pleasure. Rib for his pleasure.